Okay, hello and welcome everyone. Welcome to JFD Brokers Traders Tea Time with me, Darius Nichauskas. Today is the 11th of September 2018. So welcome everyone. Welcome to this Tuesday afternoon session where we're going to have a look at a few instruments. But before we do that, as always, let's quickly have a read through our risk disclaimers. So the content we produce does not constitute investment advice or investment recommendation, should not be considered as such, and does not in any way constitute an invitation to acquire any financial instrument or product. As always, a few seconds for you to read the rest and we can continue. Also, just a very quick reminder of our JFD Brokers website and specifically our JFD research page, where you can go in and have a look at different analysis that we do on a daily basis. We throw out different trading, well, I should probably say just analysis basically, but feel free to check us out, guys, and I believe you can find a lot of useful stuff. But for now, let's jump into the charts. Now, the first one I want to touch on is the Dow. Now, the Dow is at a very interesting spot here, and this is what I'm looking at right now is a daily chart. You can see that we are still kind of quite far, let's say, from the all-time highs at around 26,615 level that was reached in January this year. So we're currently trading here between these two key levels here, between the 26,165 and the 25,800. Now, as you can see by this yesterday's candle here, we've closed in the bearish zone. So basically we could see there is a potential for this one to move a little bit lower, but probably if we do get a move lower here, and if we do get a nice break here below this 25,800 level, now this is where it could become more interesting for the bears, at least for the short period of time, because let me just jump into the 4-hour chart in this one. And as you can see here, we continue to kind of trade here above this short-term upside support line taken from the low of the 27th of June, around the 28th of June to be more precise actually, and we're still trading above that. But if we do get a break here below this 25,800, this is where the index could potentially drop here lower, test the upside support line, and then maybe this actually area, if this upside support line continues to hold, this could be a perfect good opportunity for the bulls to start jumping in here and potentially driving this one back up here towards these recent highs. Now, if we do get a scenario like this, be careful again with the 25,800 level. If we get a nice break back above it, this could open the path towards this recent high that we saw here around the 26,165 level, and that was around the 29th of August. There was the peak of the 29th of August. So for now, of course, keep your eyes on that one. If this doesn't stop, if the 26,165 level doesn't stop it, well, I mean, this could be opening the path towards this this recent all-time high that we saw here this year, and that's going to be around the 26,615 level. So keep your eyes on that one. This could play out as a nice trade here, but if this upside support line, the one that I was just talking about, doesn't hold, well, brace yourself. We could see further declines here, and we could aim for the 24,970 level. So it could be a very nice area of potential support here, but of course, before we start examining that level, well, we need to see a nice good break here below this upside support line. Let's jump into one commodity, or should I say precious metal, and that's gold. Now, gold is this is a 4-hour chart, and gold is currently testing this key important level here at around 1190. So as you can see, we managed to break it today. We managed to break it to the downside, but still the bulls are trying to push it back up here, push it back above this 1190 level. Is proving to be quite an important one to watch. And if today, for example, if we still get a close above this above this level, above this 1190. Certainly be very careful, because we might get a bit of a correction back to the upside here. As you can see, overall, looking at this slightly more bigger picture, we can see that the commodity, the precious metal, continues to trade below this downside resistance line taken from the peak of around the 11th of April. So we could potentially see maybe a correction back to the upside here a little bit, maybe even a possible test of this downside resistance line. But for that to see, we need to get a nice break here above this 1205, 1207 level, approximately there. As you can see, the 1207 here acted as a nice area of resistance here around the 6th of September, so just quite recently, basically. So if we do get a nice break here above this level, above the 1207, it could open the path toward this next potential little area of resistance around the 1215 level. So keep your eyes on that one as well. And if that doesn't stop the price from accelerating further, well, then like I said, we could make it all the way towards this downside resistance line for a test. If gold will decide to actually close below this 1190 level, well, be very careful with the 1183 mark. Now this could be a nice potential area for a rebound, a little rebound, because as you can see here in the recent past, it acted as a nice good area of support, and that was approximately around the 23rd of August. So be very careful with that one. Of course, a break below the 1190 is opening the path towards this 1183, but still be very careful, because like I said, this could prove to be an important one to watch, the 1183. If this gets broken, well, I mean, yep, it could be opening the path towards even lower levels here, or should I say maybe the previous lows that we saw here around in mid-August. So the lowest point of August here was around the 1160 mark. So a break below the 1183 could open the path towards that level here, towards this 1160. But of course, let's not get ahead of ourselves too much, and let's see initially what he wants to do with the 1190 level. So let's jump into one of the pairs here. Now the euro dollar, well, the euro dollar is trading very interestingly today, and certainly initially we had a nice spike here to the upside. We managed to reach this 116.45 level, from which, as you can see, the bears took control and drove this pair back down here. To be honest, we're gonna stay neutral on this one for now. Just continue observing the levels, the important levels here, and as you can see, I've got them highlighted. And of course, on the downside, well, for us to start looking at lower levels, we would need to see a nice good break here below this 115.30 level. As you can see, it proved to be a very nice strong area of support in the past on the 23rd, around the 23rd of August, then again on the 4th of September, and also on the 10th of September, which was yesterday. So as you can see, the importance of this 115.30 level. So basically, if we do get a reversal back to the downside and we start breaking this 115.30, well, this could turn out to be quite ugly for the pair, at least for the short term, where we could start aiming for the 114.45, or even actually oh, there we go, some messages coming out. So or even actually the 113.95. So keep your eyes on that one. Of course, if this suddenly reverses back to the upside, again, for us to start examining higher levels, we would need to see a nice good break here above the 116.60. This is where it could become more interesting for the bulls, at least for the short term, because they could potentially aim for this 117.35 level that was marked here by the high of the 28th of August. So a nice good break here above the 116.60 could open the path towards this 117.35 level. And if that doesn't hold, well, I mean, we do have some better levels up here, and of course, certainly keep your eyes on this little level around the 117.90, or even a little bit higher, the 118.40. So of course, something for us to keep an eye on in the future. But for now, like I said, we're just going to stay neutral here and just continue observing this, because today's trading activity is just proving us that it's a bit tricky to trade this one, especially, like I said, today. Let's jump into one of the USD pairs where the dollar is the base, and the first one I want to quickly touch on, and that's USDCHF. Now, looking at this one, and of course, at the moment, you can see that this area here, the one that I've highlighted, the area around the 0.9760, proves to be quite an important area here, as an area of resistance, of course, and you can see that it tested the pair tested this level yesterday, today as well. It was not far from it today as well, so just maybe shy of a few pips or something like that, and it retraced back down. But as you can see, when it did retrace back down here, it met its support here near the 50 EMA, and of course also the 21 EMA shown as the yellow line, so, and the 50 EMA of course is the red line. So at the moment we're gonna keep monitoring this one, but to be honest, we're looking at this one potentially maybe moving higher here, breaking this 0.9760. Certainly well, for us to start examining higher levels, of course, we would need to see initially that break here and a close above this level, and then we could start aiming for higher levels. So for now, it is kind of looking more to the bullish side, but again, let's leave that element of a doubt. And if, let's say, this drops here below the 0.9740 level, this could open the path towards this 0.97. Of course, the 0.97 level could play out as well, but if these two, basically, if the last one doesn't hold, well, I mean, this could turn out to be ugly again, at least for the short term, for the USDCHF, and we could see further declines towards the 0.9650, or even actually the 0.9635 level. So for now, stay sharp here, keep your eyes on these key levels. Let me actually just quickly highlight this lower level that I was just talking about here. This one, there we go. So that's the 0.9740, the one that we're going to keep an eye on, and of course the 0.97 level itself. So yep, for now, guys, like I said, keep your eyes on it. Let's see what it wants to do with it, yep, let's see where it goes right now. So of course, yep, keep your eyes, like I said, keep your eyes on this level here, on the 0.9760. Okay, let's jump into USDCAD quickly, and USDCAD is also trading nicely here. So basically, long story short here, we could probably we can assume here that we're forming something like a flag here, but to be honest, at the moment it's not confirmed yet. So for now, judging by the recent activity here, you can see that the pair jumped back above this upside support line that was running here since the lows of the 30th of January. This strong upside support line, where we can see that the USDCAD managed to get back above it, and of course all eyes are now on this 132.10 level, approximately there. Of course, if we do get a nice break here and a close above this level, this could be interesting for the bulls, because they could potentially jump, well, more bulls could start jumping in here and driving this pair towards the 132.90 level, which proved to be quite an important area of resistance here back in July, around mid-July. So something for us to watch out for if we get a nice break here above the 132.10 level. So keep your eyes on that one, of course. On the downside, well, be very careful, of course. It could potentially move lower here. It could move down towards the 131.10 level, approximately there. Of course, slightly below that, we do have the 131, or even actually a better one, the 130.90 level. So of course, keep your eyes on that one. The downside, be very careful with the downside, because the downside could be limited due to this kind of long-term upwards moving support line here that I was talking about. So we could see potential maybe bounce here. If let's say if the bulls decide that this is a good opportunity for them to take control and maybe to push this this pair back up again, of course we'll have to just see it and evaluate it there when it gets here, if it gets here, of course. But so for now, just we're gonna continue observing this one because it's too it's a bit of a tight call here, guys, and certainly, but to be honest, it's looking still more to the upside rather than the downside. So keep your eyes on the 132.10 level. Let's see what he wants to do with that one. Okay, guys, I'll have to wrap it up here. Thank you very much for watching and listening, and if you found it useful, so please join me tomorrow morning at my JFD Brokers Traders Espresso, and that's 6 o'clock GMT time, 7 o'clock British Summer Time. But for now, thank you very much, and bye-bye.